Alright, so once he gets it all the way up in the air, I don't have any more height to go, so I start backing out just in case. But we both agreed that this double cedar tree right there, if this thing were to tip over, that double cedar tree is really gonna... Alright, day one, we're starting on the project. There's the first load of gravel. Welcome to our builder, Isaiah. Isaiah, what do you say, buddy?
Not too much.
Alright, we finally gonna get it started?
Think so. If the rain holds off this week, we're gonna start with the retaining wall down here and get everything up to grade, and then we can pour a slab.
Alright, so you're starting with the retaining wall.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know how tall it's going to be just yet, or no?
It's going to be about 9 blocks, so about 6 or 7 feet.
6 or 7 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, we'll be checking in on you, man. Best of luck.
Thanks.
All right. All right, babe, look at that. We're starting. First load of gravel. That was a semi-load. Boy, that was tricky getting them in here. But I'm just on my way in. I dropped the machine off for Isaiah, and they're going to get started hopefully today. All right, so I just got a call from Isaiah. The semi is stuck up there on the second load of rock. So I'm taking the Polaris. He said he thinks the Mini will pull it out, so the Mini's already up there. Let's go see what's going on. Yeah, it's a lot worse than I anticipated. He's still full, and he's buried. So I'm going to try to dig him a little bit first. Try to dig out some of the dirt in front of the tires and stuff, and then we'll see what happens.
If you can just pull me back enough for that, and then I can dump, I think I'll be fine.
Okay.
I gotta do the same thing all the time where I used to have my old job.
Okay. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this driver, his name is Ryan, really good guy, but he veered off of the middle path that we had compacted, and he hit all them stump holes from the trees I was pulling out. So first he wanted to try me pulling him in reverse. He thought he might be able to manage it that way. So the first try we're going to do is pulling him in reverse. I'm going to dig out a little bit of the dirt behind these rear axles and see what happens. Okay, so we budged him, so I was encouraged. I'm like, okay, maybe this thing ain't buried too bad. Keep in mind, he still has like 20 tons of stone on here. He hasn't dumped it yet. So let's keep going and see what happens in reverse here. Alright, so he thought, let's try to get rid of some of the weight. So he's going to try and dump some of this rock. And he's going to go up until he starts feeling like this whole thing's going to tip over sideways, literally. And then he's going to stop, and then we're going to regroup. So it happened fast, but that just shows you the skill that he has in running this truck. It started tipping, basically, and the minute he felt any movement, he started lowering the dump bed right away. All All right, so now we're going to try from the front. I did go and dig out more dirt in front of his drive axles, and a couple people said, look, his wheels are turned on the preview video. And yes, we try to have him straighten it out, although he has a real hard time doing it. Even with the power steering, that front axle is buried also, so he does have a hard time, but eventually we get them wheels straightened out. So let's see how this one's going to go. All right, real quick on this part of the video, I'm going to give you guys a really heartfelt ask. If you could help us out, if you enjoy our content, particularly this video, please hit the like button, please comment, and most of all, please share it out there. Because on this platform, let's just say things are very challenging and uphill for some channels. So if you like our stuff, I'm asking you from the heart to please help us out and help us get it out there. All right, let's get back into it and see how this thing's going to play out. Alright, so we analyzed it more. I think I went back and dug a little more dirt out in front of the rear powertrain axles, and he asked if I would come here on the upside and put a chain on the dump box and have me pull on it towards the camera here while we try to get rid of some more of that weight in the dump box. So that's the next thing we're going to try. He's going to be lifting the dump box, and I'm going to be pulling towards us, if you will, to help support it, to try and get rid of some more of the weight of that gravel in the back. We'll see how this one's gonna go. Okay, so we chose the upside here for safety reasons. So he's got my chain hooked to two different anchor points here on the thing, and what you're gonna see as he's lifting, we're basically gonna break the welds. We're gonna break one first, but we're going to continue to try and dump, and a second set of welds. There's actually several welds on these anchor points that are just basically going to get annihilated. Alright, we broke two different sets of welds, so he's just going to give it a try solo again, try and see if we can get that gravel started from that dump bed to relieve some of the weight. So that's what we're going to try next, just to try and dump it, but it's tilting really bad. Fun. Trying to get some of this weight off of here. Man, it's close. That rock's wanting to start to come off.
How do you feel about pushing on it?
On the back side?
Yeah. They don't need to go much more. I think it'd be...
No, just a little.
But,
I mean, unless that... Does that gate come off fairly easy or no?
no, you got to...
Alright, plan D. did a test push, and it actually pushed that quite easily, so I think we'll be holding up. We're going to try this. Alright, so he's going to see how much gravel is left, and now he's going to ask me to walk it forward and try and straighten this thing out for the rest of this dump lift. Alright, so once he gets it all the way up in the air, I don't have any more height to go, so I start backing out just in case. But we both agreed that this double cedar tree right there, if this thing were to tip over, that double cedar tree is really going to help this situation. So I'm going to back out of here while he's finishing this lift. That wasn't a pucker moment, I don't know what was. Alright, so now we think our chances are increased. 20 tons of stone is now completely off of the trailer. So we figure, this might be a walk in the park here. However, let's see how this next pull is going to go. All right, time for the coyote. Time for the coyote. All right, here we go, plan E. Okay, I thought we had a pretty good chance with the Coyote RX 7320, 73 horsepower, four-wheel drive with a rear differential lock. I thought we had a good chance because after Curtis's 8-acre picker paradise, and I pulled out several 50, 53-foot mobile homes that were flat tires buried in the mud with it, I thought we might have a good chance just with the tractor alone. But let's see how it's going to go. So that's the end of today for me, I think. They're bringing in a bigger track hoe, a bigger excavator, and he said they'll handle it. I told them to give me a ring though. I'm just going to be at the house working on a computer. So this is either the end of the video for today, or I might go back there. But either way, stay tuned. Like to start for sure. Alright, so now I got to get the skid steer ready for them because they got the retaining wall block and they're going to need this to offload. So I'll get that grapple switched out and put some pallet forks on for them and see how we finish out day one anyways. Alright, so I just got a call from the semi driver. He's got his skid steer or his track hoe and it's not getting it out. So now I'm going to run up and hop in the Bobcat and see if two of us can get him pulled out. All right, thanks for joining us today. And as I asked earlier, if you wouldn't mind, please give us a like and a comment and please share the video. So I was on my way out there. So the next thing we're going to try is 2 mini excavators trying to pull the semi out. We'll continue that on the next episode, and they're making build progress on the retaining wall. So I hope you join us. We live our adventures every day and we share them with you guys, and it's been quite the journey. So let's continue on. I'll see you on the next episode, and thank you and have a great evening. I'll catch you later.